back. The magnifying glass is back. I'm getting a little quicker on the clicks. I might get to a bronze medal in the Zoom Olympics. I am Scott Leisure, and with me, as always, is the bubbly Jackie Selby, and this is Informed Opinion.
Greetings.
Now, I think we're getting some new guests joining us. So we've been podcasting for about 2 years now? Am I right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we just kind of decided one night in a discussion that we should just have some fun and learn along the way.
Yeah.
And our rebrand is going well. It is amazing, the people that are responding and the people that are responding in the form of helping us
Cash Friday.
With our cash, people are getting behind it, I think, Jackie. I think we are engines. We are engines on this. We are not a caboose. We are engines.
We're engines.
Yeah, let's keep going on that,
Scott, I had to break out my father's Bible.
I thought you were going to say you had to break out your card.
I don't know what year my pop got this, but it's old. It's really cool. There's some really cool, because we are in the back of the Bible times.
We are. We've said it. I'm glad you got the Bible, Jackie. I was at the thrift store earlier and it was on my thrift list and I forgot all about it. I went to t-shirts, I went to coffee makers, and then I forgot Bible. So I'm glad that you got that because I was Bibleless. I don't have a Bible. I'm sorry. Am I bad for not having a Bible?
I don't know. I have had Bibles come and go through my life. But when I was growing up, there was one in our living room. This is not it. My sister has the one from our living room. And every time my, parents had a kid, they wrote the name and the date of birth in the front of the Bible, but we never dragged it off the shelf to read it or anything. But I think my dad, before he met my mom, went to one semester at a Episcopal college.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long time ago I'm talking. So anyway, this is an amazing Bible. And my sister gave me a bunch of his stuff in 2020. 2020 when everybody cleaned out their whole house because they're locked down during COVID.
Yeah, I was like, what else happened? Something else happened in 2020. I could not remember what that was.
Well, this is included, and you're going to love this. It is like a mimeograph, and it says Outline of History and Bible Prophecy. And it has the years on the bottom. Oh, heck. You can't see it because I'm blurred. Oh, shit. Anyway, trust me. This was like wadded up inside of it. So it looks like we're coming to the end of the world.
Yeah, I had found just zooming around on the Google. These were the 4 signs of the end of time. This is a David Jeremiah blog.
Okay.
Some blogger. So we've got the sign of deception. Okay. As we move towards the last days, Jesus said there would be an increasing danger of deception by false teachers. Take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name saying, I am the Christ, and I will deceive many and will deceive many. So someone, a prophet, somebody with leadership, I guess would be a good word, is going to come forth and then they're going to deceive many.
Okay.
Deception may be one of the greatest threats to the church today, but it is nothing new. Before the religious reforms of ancient Israel's King Josiah, the priests, God's representatives to the people, set up idols to false gods in the temple. And the people willingly participated in this idolatry. They didn't throw God out of their worship. Instead, they treated him like he was one of many gods. So deception is number one.
All right.
Number two, the sign of disputes among nations.
Well, it's been going on forever.
Yeah, we don't need to go into that. The sign of, number three, the sign of devastation.
Wow. Where could we, what is that? That's kind of,
Hold that Bible up like, okay, this is the 1,000 songs we'll get into. You must hear before you die. Hold it up like this, Selby. Okay, so mark on there where you think we're at in the back. Go to the back and see where you think. Like,
let me put a thing in it.
You think you're like here?
Yes.
Or are you like here?
Well, there's this really neato Bible study. I don't know. It's a table, this huge table in the back from Malachi to Matthew. And it talks all about the other things that you're supposed to read to help you understand the Bible. Now, that is not in the Bible that we had in our house. It like has other writings. Now, some of those are mentioned in Jesus and the Essenes by Dolores Cannon. If you've never read that book, it's really good. Everybody should read it. I've read it 100 times. If I've read it 5 times, I've read it 100. And it talks all about that era. But anyway, so some of those names are mentioned in the back of this study guide thing in my dad's Bible. It's freaking me the hell out. Wow. Really neat, Scott.
You're sending me to the moon water early, Selby.
Am I sending you to the moon water early?
Yeah.
There's this thing called Harmony of the Gospels and all this stuff. Wow. Wow. Holy shit.
The final sign of the 4 is the sign of deliverance into tribulation.
Okay.
There will be an explosion.
Constant tribulation.
There will be an explosion of antagonism towards God's people. So that's just like a big, crazy.
Okay.
David Jeremiah. That's the name of this blogger. Good points. Good point.
I guess we're not quite there yet. Because
good.
no, there's too many distractions now because of what's on the internet, everything that's on the internet.
And the best part is next year we get the election.
Yeah. I interview these people for a living. I interview people and they want to remain politically correct. And this one guy said, if I didn't tell you this already, Scott, instead of calling it an election year, he's, presidential election year next year, he said, well, because we're about to enter into a 4-year election. He doesn't even want to say presidential election. Can't we take some time off and not have a president for a while?
I'm good with that. Yeah. What do you do?
Because nobody really thinks that Biden is running the country. Whoever's running it, just let him continue running it.
Just do you want to march him out there? Will he last another 4 years?
I don't know. So everybody who was like, anyone but Trump. Remember, anyone but Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we got that anyone but Trump. And people are still going on and on about Trump indictment and this, that, and the other thing.
They both wear diapers.
What?
Trump and Biden, they both wear diapers. Come on.
Yeah. You think that they are different in any way? You don't think this is a giant play? And one of the ladies who I went to college with her, and she keeps posting everything about Trump's, indictment, all this. She's a theater manager. She manages this big theater company. I'm like, you don't think that this is a play as well as what you do for a living?
Yeah, don't.
She's taking her picture with all these actors backstage, and post them on Facebook and stuff. And then she's ribbing on Trump and ribbing on this. It's the same thing.
It's all written in the Bible.
Don't make me break open the black book,
all right there.
Oh my God.
Why even follow that? That is just, just like the Wizard of Oz,
Thank you. Do you know what the Wizard of Oz is about? Thank you very much for bringing that up.
Just like the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, it is. It's the man
They're the
behind the
lolli-
curtain.
They're the lollipop kids.
Jiminy crickets. Boy, you
In the mean,
represent.
in the meantime,
Yes, dear.
stuff, and you and I all week. Okay, so Jackie and I connect on our texts, on our Instagram, on our Facebook. She's emailing me things.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's constant, right? But that's good because that shows that we are both gathering information.
Yeah, we think about the podcast. Yeah.
We're gathering information from different resources,
Yes.
and on each of those resources, my experience is that there are endless resources.
It's true. I mean, everybody's
So,
blogging about the Maui thing.
Yeah, you can go down your rabbit hole, but if you follow the right path, you get into some pretty interesting things and things that do make you think and do let you form an opinion on all the information.
Mhm.
It all ties right there. But I mean, wow. Should we go into Maui right now, or should we hold off on Maui? We're
I don't know.
through the Bible thing. We've kind of touched that.
We kind of went in hard. Yeah. You want to talk
We
about
do
some
win.
other things? Yeah.
So
We came in hot, Scott. We came in hot.
breathe. Let's just breathe. This is my Florida water. It is done.
Oh, wow.
I mixed that on the last full moon. It's at 40 days, rousted daily. It's a good, if you don't know, it's worth a Google. Maybe I will post something about that.
What's in it?
It's a cleansing agent.
Okay.
You start with the highest grain alcohol. So that would be either Everclear or Moonshine.
All right. Speaking of moonshine.
I chose Moonshine. Jackie's got her Moonshine. So I chose Moonshine. You 50-50 with water, and then you soak. Well, there were herbs, some crystals.
Oh, nice.
Cinnamon, clove,
Okay.
citrus, and you roasted, and it's. I'll post it. That's all I can.
And so you just put it on your face, or what do you
give
do
it a
with
splash? Yeah, you cleanse.
Yeah.
You can use. They use it in. You can use it in rituals or whatever.
it? Okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah. So we've already gone coming in as hot as we came in.
We did.
We were going to go into Maui, and yeah, let's not go in that hot.
All right. I'm glad you broke out the Florida water. Where's the sage? I had that last week.
It's right here.
Oh, good. Good man. Yeah. Good man.
Yeah. I came armed because
You
I
sure
know Jackie sends me the topic of the Bible. And I'm like, well, I'm arming up. I left the rosary in the other room because I'm not Catholic, so I don't really, doesn't do nothing.
Hey, everything helps.
That's true. Everything does help. You're right. So land grab.
Land grab.
Maui. Where do we start with Maui? It's tragic. Obviously, it's horrific. Is really what it is.
So the interesting part about Maui is, and Lahaina, is that was the last stand of the last queen of Hawaii. And, if it isn't bad enough what the history of our country has done to every indigenous type of person, it's just another hit on indigenous people. So this part of the island is super sacred. And yes. And luckily the governor, I was watching the governor's live podcast tonight, right before we started this podcast.
Uh-huh.
And the guy is not going to sell anything. Like, people are coming in to try to buy everything, and he's like, no, we're going to build housing for the natives who lost their house, the native Hawaiians who lost their property and stuff.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But it's just that it's the nature of the fire itself. It really, and I watched the emergency chief who was on hand, and he said the reason they didn't fire the alert system for tsunamis. I mean, they had the choice whether to fire that those sirens.
Is that the guy they were asking him if he had enough experience as the
Yeah.
emergency chief. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, listen, if I would have fired that, people would have run onto the land because that's the tsunami warning. And it's primarily for tsunami. So the water would have come. That's what the tsunami warning is for. So he didn't want people running back into the fire zone. So that's why they didn't fire the thing. And it happened so fast. And this is why it's so utterly suspicious, is that it's not a regular fire. It was an explosion. It was a bomb. It was a happening one time, like people were fried, right? Dogs, cats, people fried right where they stood. This is not a fire. Most people can run away. If there's a fire, you start running, right?
Some strange force of energy.
But people were just like, Pompeii, they were just like fried in their tracks and in their cars. And now they're saying, the guy also said that the governor, that they need to collect the proper types of resources for those who are remaining in their homes, because there are fumes and poisons, heavy metals in the air.
Where would those come from?
And so people need air purification and things of this nature. You can drop off all the water and, supplies that you want, but if people are going to stay in their homes that have the windows got blown out or whatever the case may be, they're going to need air purification. And so then they need FEMA to come in or whoever to make sure that the land is habitable again, just things of this nature. There's a lot of levels, but for crying out loud, people were fried in their tracks, dude.
Right in their cars.
On the sidewalk, in their house. Dogs and cats just fried.
The people on the island, though, are really banding together,
Yeah, people are coming around the island to the western part of the island.
Boats and jet skis.
Yeah.
But
like I said, they're dropping off water and juice and, of course, food and pineapples and, all those kinds of things, but they still need medicine. And, but anyway, the destruction of the native sacred land, it's so hard to understand. It's so hard to think that it was Oprah's land is fine. Julia Roberts' house was not blown up. Bill Gates's property, A-okay. Julia, Will, all okay.
Will Smith. Jim Carrey. Did you say Jim Carrey? There's so many.
I didn't say it. But Oprah recently bought a new huge amount of land. She owns over 1,000 acres now. Where's that little thing about let me grab this real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't have it queued up.
You're fine.
Okay, they just had in Hawaii, they just had in January a summit in Maui about how to make Maui Hawaii's first
15-minute city.
Yeah, first net zero all electric city. Now, how are you going to do that if you have older flat homes? By 2030? Are you going to roust every single one of those old timers who live there?
Land grab.
Good one, Scott.
Oh,
you get me every week. That is fantastic. I mean, this is messed up. Why is she walking around with pillows?
This thing. Where's that Bible? This thing.
Is her name in here, for Christ's sake?
The technology that is available to people in, very high power with lots and lots and lots and lots of cash.
It's a big club and you ain't in it. It's a rich club and you ain't in it.
Did we mention tomorrow is Cash Friday?
Yeah, Cash Friday. Go buy yourself a Bible. Oh, wait, the Mormons will give you one for free.
Keep cash alive.
Yeah.
Track down those Mormons, get a free Bible.
It's so sometimes when you know what you know and you can't unknow things, it's just hard to then turn around and act like nothing's happening.
Do you remember when we started Google that shit? So here's what I'm going to do. I've gone to the Google. Okay. Here's the Google. Now I'm just going to Google a word and Google it. I'm just going to go with number one thing that comes up. Now, if you're searching something, that should be probably the most searched item. Would you not think that would be right? We are old. We don't know how this goggle totally works.
Okay.
But I'm going to Google. Okay. I'm just going to Google with nothing else, no last name, anything else, just Oprah. I'm just going to Google.
Here we go.
Oprah. This is like, all right, let's spin the dice. Okay, the first thing that comes up is her website. Okay. Then we've got
her website. I'm thinking she paid for placement.
The very first item that comes up is Oprah.com.
Yeah, she paid for that. Yep.
Under that, we go to top stories and then Wikipedia. The top stories are, Oprah, Stevie Nicks criticized for their response to the fire. Stevie Nicks basically made it about herself. So
yeah.
Oprah, yeah. So, but the first thing that came up, Jackie, very first thing, her website. Okay.
Oprah's website.
Okay, give me one thing you want me and I'll roll this dice one more time.
Look up one thing.
Yeah, just give me something you just want me to Google, and we'll see what the first thing that comes up is.
I want to see the bottom of your cup again. Oh, that is so fun. Okay. Let's see. Just any old thing?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Did I put you on the spot? Come on,
yeah, because I don't know how you're playing this. Like we didn't. I have no idea how you're gonna play this.
Just give me something. Okay, here we go.
Like you want a person or do you want a thing?
I'll do the next one. And then it's just random. It's random. We're gonna Google Billy Joel.
Okay, I was gonna say Van Halen because you're wearing a Van Halen shirt.
The first thing that comes up when we Google Billy Joel. We've got list of songs, Billy Joel's website, and Wikipedia. Top story, Billy Joel's Long Island community has become a ghost town after many fled to Florida.
Okay.
What that has to do with Billy Joel and the Uptown Girl. We didn't start the fire. All of that, I have no idea. Oh boy.
I know. Okay, I have a few fun things. Do you want me to add those?
Yeah.
Are you ready? You want more?
I didn't really have much more to touch on with Maui. I want to post some stuff. There is the Air Force has a is it like a laser radar site? The Air Force Maui Optical and Super Computing Site.
Yeah.
There's only two. One is in New Mexico. Freedom to operate and maintain satellites in space is a critical component of our national security. The U.S. Air Force assists in achieving this freedom, in part by maintaining an awareness of the locations and capabilities of all man-made objects in space. This awareness is called space domain awareness. The scientists and engineers of the Air Force Research Laboratory, 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 advanced technologies that improve the nation's capability to maintain SSA as the
Mhm.
number, sizes, locations, and capabilities of man-made objects in space evolve over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there in Maui.
Right in Maui. The lasers.
Mm-hmm.
The lasers.
The lasers.
That's where we're at. There is no mention of lasers in the Bible, is there, Jackie?
I don't know. I'll be finding out.
Okay, you had something uplifting. Uplift us, Selby. Bring us back up. Bring
All
us
right.
back up. We've kind of touched on a lot of this biblical fire and brimstone shit. So why don't you try to, light the sage, get out the Florida water,
Okay.
get out the moon water, and bring us home.
Oreo has a new invention. It's called Oreo cookie balls. Yeah, cookie balls. They're white, and then they're Oreos on the inside. They have white frosting.
Oreo cookie balls.
Yep. All right, here's another one. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, dear. Oh, not that one. A person's most useful asset is not a head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love and an ear ready to listen and a hand willing to help others.
That's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff. One more time.
Want it again?
Let's go with the three. A hand to help others.
A person's most
willingness
useful
to
asset
listen.
is not a head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love, an ear ready to listen, and a hand willing to help others.
So, deflate your ego, keep yourself in check, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. People swerve in and out of those lanes, Sully, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there are people that maybe acquaintances, maybe even friends that you see kind of weave a little bit, getting into the lane, getting out.
Uh-oh. Do you have a friend who's left the lane?
No, you and I, we know a lot of people. There's not going to be, you're not going to be at a 100% capacity of people that are in their lanes at all times.
All right.
But it's, and you get out of your lanes. I try my best to stay in my lanes, but even I can get out of my lanes. But it's when you do that, or when other people do that, even if they're friends, that you have to help them, man. You got to get them back in those lanes.
All right. So are you going to tell us who's out of their lane?
No, I'm not saying anybody. I just said that there's always a percentage of people that are not out of their lane. You, my friend, are within your lanes. I myself am within my lanes. All of my close acquaintances, right in their lanes, right where they need to be. Even at night when I'm on my phone. Joke. Even when I'm recording guys getting their, I don't know, Pantera on.
Oh, okay.
On the interstate with my phone.
Okay, gotcha. That's right. That was a good video.
Still in my lane. To
right.
the best of my ability. Because if I get out of my lane, someone's gonna, it could bring somebody over. It could cause chaos. It's going to cause chaos in somebody else's lane.
Yes.
Here's the podcast. Here's how deep we are right now. we're sitting in that back of the Bible space, man. And it's time people pull together. We all have to become superheroes.
We do need to pull together. I mean, we're all one.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm off my soapbox, Jackie.
If I ever see that Oprah Winfrey in person, I'm going to kick her in the shins.
Right. Okay. Okay. Did you hear about Barack Obama's dream about having sex with men?
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Okay. See, I just jumped right into that.
Well, in the conspiracy community, not that I belong there, but some say that Michelle Obama is a transgendered male.
Mhm. Yes, I've heard that.
So
Now, and the term I enjoyed explaining this to somebody the other day. Conspiracy theory, the way I look at it, is something that isn't broadcast on like the stage. It's very Hollywood, a lot of what you see. Some would call it, I would have put propaganda on the bottom of this mug, but I didn't have enough of those stickers. That's why your mug isn't finished, by the way. I have to go back to Walmart, which I do not want to go to.
okay.
It's a struggle. It could make for some interesting videos.
The struggle is real.
Uh-huh. So it's almost done though, Selby.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's propaganda. It's all propaganda. So
It is.
what I tried to explain to him, conspiracy theory is just something that isn't propaganda. It just makes you, that's what we are here trying to do each week. We
Yeah.
just want people's
Open your brain.
Yeah, to open up. Exactly. Boom. And just look at some other avenues. Don't just say, this guy says it, this guy says it, that guy says it.
Don't trust us. Go look it up.
I should listen to that guy because he wears a suit and a tie every night. Look at him. He's sitting right up there in a suit and tie on TV.
They're actors. They're actors.
That's what we're trying to do every week. We want people to just think about stuff. We want to open conversation.
Yeah.
We want to be there for the next person. Now, if somebody that we know knows somebody or a situation that maybe is getting out of its or their lane, and if there's a way that we can assist you by bringing awareness, anything,
All right.
let us know. If we need to discuss something, a topic on the podcast, someone's being unfaired, let us know. We're here.
All right.
And any good stories, we are here wanting you to include us in part of your ongoings throughout the day as well.
Yeah. So who's watching the thing tonight? Is anybody making comments? We got Tony.
Tiffany sent us a heart.
Hi, Tiffany.
Right now I have a few viewers. I know there was about a dozen earlier.
Okay.
So
it's good.
Yeah. Whoever, if not, you can go to Spotify.
Watch it later. Yeah.
You can go to YouTube. You can find that. Send us a message. We would be happy to send you the link.
Yeah.
We want you informed.
I send the link to people on Messenger and they're like, yeah, tell me how to reach that podcast. I'm like, the sentence above this sentence is the link.
Tell us how we can help.
Oh, sorry. I got wild for a second.
Okay. We're going to dive into the book.
All right. Let's go to the songs.
1,000 songs you must hear before you die.
It's a play, people. It is a play.
Loser by Beck.
All right. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And let's kind of flip to the other side of the book. We were in the back of the Bible for most of the podcast.
Yes.
So let's move a little more towards the front half of this book. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John.
Hey.
You don't hear Elton John's name like in anything like really malicious, do you? He's not.
No, not really.
No, he's not out screwing people over.
I mean, he's,
Burning down their homes.
He went through his old drug thing and got sober thing. And
yeah, Yeah. Yeah. He's got like 40 years or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I think he acts right because he has little kids still.
Mhm.
We did good. I gotta go read the back of this Bible that my dad had.
We did good. We try to do good. We try
We
to keep
did.
everybody informed. We try to put out some fun stuff throughout the week. Keep following us. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Just like that double mint gum commercial, that old commercial where they would tell two people and they would tell
Two.
two people, so on,
Yeah.
so on, so on, and so on. All right, Selby.
Wow, this is great.
Josie's on a vacation
Far away.
away.
I have a friend who can sing that perfectly.
Till next week.
Okay.
Formed opinion, 6 o'clock. Watch for the posts, subscribe, do all that stuff.
Cash is king, baby.
Jackie Selby, myself, Scott Leisure, cash is king. Get your cash, go to your ATM, drink your water, get your cardio, get some vitamin D, breathe, breathe, breathe. Is that it?
Stay in your own lane.
Stay in your own fucking lane. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Later, Tater.